Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 1 between Stardekk and Schwere Pantsu Abtelung in the July monthly tournament. Let's dive right in here to Haroshaje. And on the left, in the red, we have Stardekk playing 97th Strelki on Maverick Income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Schwere playing 17th SS on Balanced Income. Gotta respect the guy for playing balanced. You know who I'm rooting for that balanced income. But diving into their decks here, 97th Strelki. Solid division all around, has been for a long time. It's got a nice, really good recon unit in the Razved Kador, which is like a sniper unit. It's really good, really solid. Your infantry tab is a nice mix of some stronger Soviet infantry. You get Strafnikis, which means you have a much stronger long-range unit that Soviets often can lack because Strelki DPs and Gavardi DPs can be a little lackluster. The Strafniki, though, actually have a good bit of punch at long range with their triple machine gun. He's also bringing his Tanko Desniki in B phase, which is pretty uncommon. A lot of people just bring them in A. So nice to see that because they are a really good unit. Molotovs, of course, being super strong. Your support tab, it's just basically generic Soviet stuff with the OB-25s and Maxims, but that doesn't mean they're not good. They're fabulous. It's just generic. Your AT tab, pretty nice. You get the Vizivod PTRD, which is like a triple PTR, which is actually pretty good. Fires really fast, which does lead to a lot more penetrations than usual. And you get Zis2s, which are nice, solid AT pieces. They're not anything incredible, but they are solid. AA, nothing to write home about, just 37 mils. Your RD tab does include the 132 millimeter off-map rocket thing of doom. He is taking the 122s with one vet and in A with one vet. I'm not sure if he's planning to use these maybe more for some direct support, perhaps. You can definitely see that with the 2K range. And then the Air Force, pretty lackluster overall, but some IL-2s and P-39 Krobas, which as a fighter I find is a little bit expensive for its speed and stuff, but it's still a solid fighter. On the other side, 17th SS, we've seen this division a lot. It is one of the best in the game, if not the best. Your Recon tab, phenomenal, of course, with Recon cars, SPWs to spare. Your Infantry tab is also phenomenal with SS Legionary heading up your CQC, and you get Volkdeutsch with our basically cheap Panzergrens, and then you also just get Panzergrens. Your Tank tab is phenomenal with the best medium tank in the game in the Stug 4. Your Support tab is pretty good. You could get 2 cards of IG-33s. He's only bringing the 1 here and a Commander. Interesting. Your AT tab, again, really nice mix of stuff. He's bringing the Pack 38s, Martyr 3s, Jagdpanzer 4s, and Pack 43s for those IS-2s that 97th can have. The AA tab is fine. It's doesn't have a lot of numbers to it, but what it has is really solid. His RD tab, he's just bringing in the Nebelwerfers and 81 mil mortars. There are a lot of other stuff in there, but just those. And then he's got the Ju-87 Tank Buster and the Ju-88 Cluster Bomber in the air tab. Try to take out those tanks. Did forget to mention, of course, 97th having the IS-2s and the T-34-85s and an IS-1. So a nice mix of armor there. A little lacking in medium tanks, but overall a really good division. Here we go, folks. 2 solid divisions and 2 great players squaring off here, and we are off with an early PE2 recon plane here. Lightly armed, not really definitely not shooting anything down or doing anything strafing wise. Coming through here, he's going to give him all that information. I don't see any early AA here out from shooting. Oh, just kidding, right? There's a Flak 36, which could shoot that down potentially. Stug 4 and Martyr 3 for the center. He's not doing anything super aggressive. Definitely not at all. He is trying to get into this flag, which is very common, but looks like Stardekk might try to get a 45 mil in here, but it's not going to cut these units off. They should be quite safe. 50 mil mortar, though, will help win all the combat there. Down south, Stardekk doing nothing aggressive here. Nice defense for Schwere. 233, missing the sniper there. Sniper goes invisible. With its, oh, but SPW 233 still spotting it. Should be able to kill that off pretty easy. Definitely wants to do that. Snipers are just really good. Snipers are great. Just a great unit. If your division has snipers, you should be using them. Of any type. It doesn't matter the size or the make or the model. Just if it has a sniper, use it. Sniper on the run, though. SPW 233 fails to land any hits, and now the T-34-76 is coming. He needs to back that up, and he is. So he should be able to get away. SPW is pretty quick. Martyr 3 or the Stug 4 could definitely kill that. Martyr 3, of course, doing a much better job. IL-2M3 coming in with its 450 kilogram lost line of sight. This thing does not have any AT capacity or anything like that. Just a solid bomber for cheap. It is 80 points with very good resilience. There's very few planes that you get very good resilience for only 85 points. Flak 36 trying to do some work. Flak 36, not a phenomenal piece of AA. Gets the job done, but it's not lighting the world on fire in any way. Bombs in, Pack 38 down. Could this lead to more aggression from Stardekk? Very possible. 50 mil mortar getting laid down randomly, but it will land some good hits here, especially with the recon, so it may not be random, actually. Here comes the Guardia DP looking for... Nope, just trying to get in here. Stardekk with a lot of troops, but it's currently 14-10 for Schwere with a Flammenwerfer in here to cheeky grab this flag. So nice move there from him. He is the balance player, so he's on the defense here, obviously, when we hit B phase. But if you can get some flags in A phase, which is very possible because you're not that far behind on points, it is a big deal. BF-109 with the rockets coming in. Was going to kill the Zis-2. Okay, it is still. He's just queued up another move after that. HE rockets do a nice job. These BF-109s have seemed really solid lately. I used to think they were awful, but lately I feel like they're doing pretty good. I don't know if they got buffed or something. I don't think they did. They seem to be doing a nice job. The machine gun, the 37 mil finally gets unloaded. BF-109 needs to run. These things are super flimsy, though. They die very easily, and down that BF-109 goes. It's a big loss. 110 points going down there. Not what you want to see. Taking the Zis was nice, and I appreciate trying to shoot down that recon plane, but it was not worth the loss. I didn't think the IL-2 could really strafe. Well, it looks like it can. Wow. Okay. Well, with the 20 mils, I guess it can. It's incorrect there. It doesn't have the AT guns, but here comes the push I did predict here. Going in. Just the Flammenwerfer coming to respawn. P2 just giving so much information. This thing with it's got terrible agility, so it should be getting hit, but it's really fast. Very good resilience. It is hard to get out of the air. Legionati not any good at long range, really needs to fall back. Yeah, Pioneer not much better. Black 36 coming in for the north, but he's got no other defense, and the C-3476 is going to be able to do whatever it wants. Infantry being forced off by the M2A1. Half-tracks are just half-tracks, honestly. Super annoying. SPW-233 trying to save the day here. Can it take out anything? It's going for the infantry. Killing the leader would be great. No complaints there. VZ-VOD just out of range. SPW-233 finds the M2A1. Here comes the Martyr 3 as well. Looking for the kill. Nothing down south. Both players passive down there. 233 does take out that M2A1. Martyr 3 is now in as well. Now the 233 zips forward. Can it kill off that leader? That would be big. 222 swinging north, though, does find the sniper. But that'll just get erased by the IG-33. Nice kill there. But Stardekk successfully making a push up north is not a common place to push, but it can be quite successful if your opponent's not ready for it, and he definitely was not. IG-33 on ground attack to force these units off of the edge of the hill. SPW-222 probably going to go down to the T-3476. I don't know if he's spotted that yet. He should have. Yeah, he definitely saw. Okay, so he definitely sees it. SPW-222 trying to make a run for it. It looks like it'll get away in time. Might get up on this hill. There's the Gavardi DP. Definitely the VZ-VOD could kill that. Gavardi DP will struggle before it gets pinned down. Currently 13-11 with this flag lost. Here comes the SPW-233. If it stays out of range, it should be fine, although the DP, of course, can be a danger. IG-33 forced off. I mean, the VZ-VOD is a good response to these armored cars if you can get them in the right spot. IL-2 coming in for the bombing strike to the IG-33, but this time Flak 36 is in position. We'll keep that away. At least it should be able to force that off. I don't think it should be able to fly directly into it. Yeah. M2A1 goes down. That was definitely actually the real pain in the butt there. SPW-222, though, goes down to the DP right away. Wow. Was not expecting that. T-3476 going after the IG-33. IG-33 as its heat is still on ground attack, so it's not going to do much of anything. FI-156 coming in for spottage. Legionati into the building. Get a Molotov off. Gavardia already hopped out, though. Flag back in Schwere's favor. I like his aggressive play here in A. I think it's actually very important for a balanced player to take some advantage in the A phase and get a little bit of cushion for that B phase rush. Because if you're not like down on flags and stuff, it's much easier to survive that B phase with a little... Ooh, that's a blast. Now, Legionary just wasted both of its Molotovs, started doing a really nice job of microwing out of range of that just in time every time. JU-87 coming in, nice pickup on that T-3476. I think was the major issue here. And with that dead, you should be able to finish the rest off here with the double Legionati. So kind of shoring up that flank, although this flag probably going to be under pressure soon. It's really hard to win infantry fights with these 50 mil mortars involved. IS-1 now in. This is a brick wall for him. There's nothing in this town right now that can kill this. The Pack 43 can for sure. And the Flak 41, the 88, could as well, along, of course, with the JU 87. But there is a 37 mil covering, so yeah, it's really down to those two guns. Otherwise, there's nothing in here that can actually kill that. The 135 millimeter penetration of the Stug 4 just not going to do it unless he picks up a side shot. He could here. Stug 4 just a little out of position. Martyr 3 is as well. IG-33 still alive, finding that. Legionati finding the 45 mil, really nice there. Beretta's out of range, though, so he's just firing the G43. Not going to do much. He does notice, and he's pushing forward. He's going to run into the Gavardia DP first. Not ideal. It's going to want to fall that back. Reopens up this bubble. OB-25 now in. Can the IG-33 get it? He's trying to do a ground attack to hit that Maxim around the corner. This recon giving so much information. We've mentioned it many times. Recon giving information is so advantageous. It's insane. Of course, it looks like the IS-1 has line of sight, but it doesn't, apparently. Volkdeutsch getting overwhelmed here by the M2A1 combo with the infantry. Machine gun now dead. Ground attack on that OB-25. 50 mil mortar crushing these infantry in here. I mean, crushing is not the right word, but continuously pinning them down. M2A1 goes down to the SPW-233. That's really nice. IS-1 can't be beat by this Stug. Yeah, is he moving? He needs to. There we go. Oh, Stug 4 goes down, loses all that leadership. BF-109 coming in with the rockets. Going for a ground attack on the 50 mil mortar. Nice play. Good. Well, not if he loses the BF-109, though. That's not a good point trade. It's a great tactical play, because that was obviously a big issue, but if he loses the plane, it's a terrible point trade. Oh, that's really bad. That went from fabulous to awful. Yeah, that's Schwere losing 2 planes now. JU-87 wigs out before it can even get into the fight. Probably a good choice. Legionati, will it get its another grenade off? Saperty gets pinned and surrendered. Wow, nice little engagement there for Schwere. Doing quite well so far. Pretty good point lead. I don't think he's doing too bad on trades either, though the town's not looking great. Pressure is increased. Did lose a Stug and an SPW there. Bringing in the Panzerschreck and a mortar in preparation for the aggressive armor. Yes, IS-1 is going to be an issue. Honestly, I could definitely see myself sacrificing a plane to kill a 50 mil mortar too, because they're so obnoxious. They're 20 freaking points, and they can make you win every infantry fight. But they are so micro-intensive, and you have to be so predictive of what's going on. They are extremely hard to use well. But if you can, you don't lose in any infantry combat at all. And there's so little your opponent can do. Alright, so IS-1 poking out for that Martyr 3. Martyr 3 has no chance, and down it goes. Another armor piece down. Not good for Schwere. This IS-1 is just bullying the crap out of him. But B-phase is a-coming. And it is now here, so a Pack 43 could come in. 50 mil mortars could be a little danger to that, though. And of course, the Pack 43 is looking for more long-range fights, not right up next to it. 50 mil mortar doing what it does. Completely overwhelming this Panzergren. I honestly think 50 mil mortars are, like, almost too good. Like, legitimately. They are so good. Right up next to 60 mil mortars, honestly. 60 mil mortars are at least 40 points, though. And take a little bit longer to, like, do stuff. I don't know. I'm not saying I think 50 mil mortars need a nerf. I'm just saying they're a lot. They are a lot. And now Stardekk making his push. Gavardia DP taking out the SPW. Martyr 3 getting attacked by the IS-1. It's now on the run. The Panzerschreck is still not unloaded. That's really bad because he could have really used it there. I don't think he would have reached, but it's still... The point is he had no chance of reaching. Flak, not enough to hold off the IL-2. And now the Maverick income begins. 81 mil mortar. He's trying to smoke off the T-34. I'm not sure of that play because he can just move forward, which is what he's doing. So not a huge fan of that. And he is very exposed there. A Nebelwerfer. Wow. I can't agree. I do not agree with Schwere bringing in artillery right now. His front line is collapsing and he's bringing in artillery. Like, no. Bring in other things, anything else, something to kill this IS-2, this IS-1, honestly. I mean, he's bringing this in to try to kill the IS-1. A single Nebelwerfer is not going to do the job, though. So, lucky 81mm mortar hits here, hurting those Tankos pretty good. But now, Avtos, Sapides into the forest. It's all Pioneers. The leader died to the 50mm mortar or the IL-2, I don't know which. And now the 50mm mortar is going to ruin this fight for him. Sturm Pioneer in. BF-109 coming in. There's a 37mm, though. He's going for rockets on the Gavardia. No. That's a waste. He's using a 110-point plane to fly into AA to shoot at a 25-point infantry unit. No, don't do that. We've all done it, but that's a bad use of that. Avtos are not great, but triple star Avtos might actually start getting the job done. IL-2 able to get in once again, pins down all the infantry. Avtos is dead. Sturm Pioneer needs to move forward. Schwere is not watching this. He's too busy with micro somewhere else, which is understandable. Whoa, oh, I thought that was the IS-1. It wasn't. It was the T-34. Nebelwerfer's going for the 37mm. One Nebelwerfer is not good enough. It sucks. Two Nebelwerfers, incredible. One Nebelwerfer, garbage. Can the Pioneers get their grenade off? No, they're still reloading. No, just kidding. They had it. So the grenade went off. Sapri get hit. They are double star, though, so they don't get pinned. Sturm Pioneer coming in. Ju-87 coming in for the kill on the IS-1. What? He can't see it. Oh, no, he lost sight. And now the IL-2's coming after it. M2A1 goes down. Flak 36 is not making the right choice of targets here. Need to stop the IL-2. They do. 37mm back online, though. Going to force off that Ju-87. IL-2 probably going to go down here. But the IS-1 survives, and that's all that really matters. And this T-34-85 is now in here, too, although that is killable. Martyr 3, Stug 4s can both kill those things. Now, we're in kind of a dangerous spot, especially with these infantry pushing in here. Sapperty do get wiped out. Sturm Pioneers here, but here comes a line of Sturm Pioneers and a leader, but an IS-2 coming in to cover up this open ground. FI getting forced off. Yeah, the situation in the town, desperate. Panzerschreck just running forward. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Martyr 3 getting hit by the Strafniki PTRDs. But truthfully, the Martyr 3 has excellent HE support ability. But now, the T-34 and IS-1 are there. The SBW-231 throwing down some autocannon fire. Take this, you fool! And now he's dead. Stug 4 in, looking for some support. Sturm Pioneer's getting unloaded by the sniper. IG-33 really can't see that? I have questions. But anyway, Flammenwerfer's getting overwhelmed by the Tankos. Flag lost. 13-11 for Stardekk now. It's about 5 minutes remaining in B phase. A Flak 41. Okay, so it's an 88, so that can kill these tanks. It's very tank killable. But this position doesn't actually allow him to do much. He could go here and actually cover off some of these areas. Sniper's dead. Sturm Pioneers are in, so it's allowing him to hold this flag and keeping his flag bleed a little better. But now he's pushed back to this town here. Martyr 3 is coming in, another Stug 4. I mean, a Pack 43 on the hill here could be pretty darn helpful, honestly. He's got the AA already. 122 in now, doing some suppressive fire. It's unlikely to kill anything, but it will suppress. It's enough caliber. Stug 4 covering the road. IS-2 now in position. That can definitely kill the Stug 4 if it moves up forward about 2 meters. Tankos versus Sturm Pioneer. Tankos are going to win. Oh, yeah. Ouch. Yeah, he needs to 2-on-1 these things. Sturm Pioneers are not good 1-on-1. 2-on-1, they're phenomenal. Like, if this is with any other unit, it's very good. But if it's by itself, it's damage out. It just dies too quickly. That's the issue. It has good damage output. It's too quick to die. What just died this time? Was that the Ju-87? I don't even know. There's no way to look. Really no way to tell once it's in the ground. I'm going to assume it was the Ju-87. That makes the most sense. 88 did get moved to this position, as I mentioned, was probably better. At this range, the 88 could pen. It definitely is not the worst chance, but it's not a high chance either. And yeah, he really probably should have just brought in the flak. I mean, the pack. Although the Ju-87 may have a chance. It's going for it. Gets a shot off. Gets 2 shot off. Oh, and it can't get through. Ju-88 going for the bombing run. This IS-1 has been critical to this game. Nebelwerfer going down in the transport. Yeah, didn't move it. Too much investment in the air with the AA present, I think. Yeah, I think he should have just called in the Pack 43 at the end of the day. That definitely pens the IS-1 every time, basically. IS-2 moved forward, looking for the Stug 4. Backed off then. 81mm mortar, going for the smoke on the T-34-85. Volkdeutsch do have a Panzerfaust if he stopped moving. Nope. And the center is just collapsing. I do not like this map, actually. It's a good map. There's not actually a lot wrong with it. I just don't like it personally. I don't like how just absolutely backbreaking losing this like central town is. And the lines of sight in the town are so obnoxious and like just feel wrong all the time. Like where one side can see and the other can, and it's like, but wait, I thought I could. It's very annoying. Although Schwere's still way far ahead, but on map, things not looking great. Stardekk now making a fresh push down south. His trades in the center were very good, so he's got the extra points. Now, Razvedkador here, very strong unit with a machine gun and a sniper. I mean, Schwere put up a solid defense down here, but not enough to stop this. Not anywhere near enough to stop that. Legionati need to move forward to help. They are. Schwere is noticing this. The Legionati can easily overrun the Strafniki, but they're already on the run. So another great play there by Stardekk, not missing a beat. Stug 4, oh, misses the side shot. Oh, God, that is so depressing. And the IS-1 misses nothing. Oh, I'd be raging. There'd be spittle coming out. Oh, that's so angering. I almost feel like things should get a bonus to accuracy when side shotting. If you work hard enough to get a side shot, you deserve for it to land, honestly. Panzerschreck, though, getting a nice kill here on the T-34. Can it survive? Can it get away? Oof, that hurt. Nice play with the Flammenwerfer, throwing down the smoke to try to save the Panzerschreck, which it did. Very nice, Schwere. Very nice. 14-10 for Stardekk. A single tick not gonna do it. Uh-oh. No, the IS-1 is seeing the infantry over. Pack 43 finally coming in. Finally committing to killing this IS-1 for real. But now his defense is down south collapsing. It is C-phase, though, so he should be getting the big puntos. And here comes the off-mount. Oh, Stardekk, why? IS-1 spotting. Oh, the SDK of Zed. Yeah, you really kind of wanted to move that away. And now the IS-1 getting away from the Pack 43. It will make a run and get away. Just 2 SPWs coming in. Ju-87, though, 37 mil. And here comes the P-39 for the recon. And unfortunately, because of that, it's going to be able to kill off the Ju-87. Will the Flak 36 stop it in time? It does not, but the Ju-87 gets the shots off. Not enough, though. Only damages, which is nice, but not enough. I thought the Ju-87 died. Really, it didn't? Might this time, though. Unless the 37 loses sight, doesn't, and down the Ju-87 goes. That's pretty rough. Now, Stardekk finally achieves his 15-9 with a nice little push here. SPW 233 coming to stop that. 231's in, but the T-3045 did not die, which means these 231s are destined for death against his T-3045. Already now in for the pack. As is Legionati, unfortunately driving in range of this Zis-2. Get out of range just in time. Zis-2 reloading. Oh, just misses its shot, but oh, nope, just kidding. It did fire. One of the SS Legionati go down. Pack 43 saving the Flak 36 there. SPWs stay alive. More reinforcements pouring in. Can Schwere stop the collapse? Because he's got a lot of time. He's got plenty of time here. IS-2 going for the Stug 4, I assume, but it did get away in time. Volkdeutsch recapturing the flag. The Panzerschreck was not able to stay alive to kill this T-34-85. That would have, of course, been ideal for him. SPW-233, though, that's going to die, unless it gets a side shot here on the T-34-85. Which it may. It might. It does not. Leader out. Giving that beautiful veterancy. Not sure if Legionaries are the choice here. Ju-88 coming in. Here comes the off map, which will force Schwere out of this town completely. Flak 36, unfortunately, now behind the hill, so it's having a hard time landing hits. Ju-88 dropping them bombs, trying to kill off that T-3045. It does dodge away. Got a little bit of suppression, but nothing more. And here's the 132 barf map. And he's got it on, like, the rolling barrage, which means this will go on for, like, I don't know, something like 5 minutes, I think. I don't think this is, like, the really slow barrage. It's gonna go on a very long time. An extremely frustratingly long time. Ooh, 231 does not get the shot off, goes down. Yeah, that's what I figured. Why is he not calling in, like, a Stug? Is he out? He keeps calling in SPWs, but, like, they're all dying to this T-34. He's not even calling in, like, Panzerschrecks. He might be out of Panzerschrecks. That's very possible. Off map continuing to hit. 17-7 for Stardekk. Can Schwere turn this around? I mean, he's in the balance again. He's still got time. He's got 10 minutes. Ju-88's trying to make a crack in this T-34-85. I don't know why he's not just calling it a Ju-88 cluster bomber. Stardekk making a push up north now as well. 18-6. Oof. Triple tick hard to survive. Another SPW. I'm still very... Maybe he's out of Stugs, I guess? I'm really confused about Schwere's call-ins at this point. He's got Panzergrens he could be calling in instead of the SS Legionari, but he keeps calling in SS Legionari like that's all he's got. Even though a lot of the fighting's not actually at CQC ranges. Now the T-3045 moving to cut off the reinforcement route. Yeah, and again, this SPW is an SPW. Finally, the repeated bombing runs finishing off the T-3045. Pack trying to take out the IS-2. The IS-1 did go down. No, it didn't. I lied. It's right there. Pack failing to get the kill on that IS-2. That's definitely disappointing. Tanko moving around, haunting this Sturm Pioneer. They're too close. He can't fire his flamethrower. Now he gets to fire the flamethrower. Jumps out. Yeah, it was a little bit of mismicro there by Stardekk. And now the Artie takes out the Pack 43. Still a triple tick. Finally gets it back to a double tick. Vardy DP, though, going to kill that 231. At this range, it should be able to pen. Oh, goes down. Okay. More SS Legion. Is like, does he not want to use Panzergrens? I'm just confused. Oh, now the IS-1 just making a push in. Finally a Ju-88 cluster, but going to the middle where there's a double Zenart triple star, which is the only way they're kind of good. I shouldn't say kind of. That's the only way they're good. They're good that way. IS-1 finally goes down, with the Ju-88 going down with it. SS Legionari driving in. Finally re-securing a 17-7. 5 minutes left for him. But on-map units here just overwhelming. Nebula for strike on a 37 mil down south. There's so many infantry, though. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Schwere's calling in of all these Nebelwerfers. Like, he's never been in a position strong enough to use them well. I mean, he did set up a really big Air Force for 17th SS. I don't feel like the Air Force of 17th SS is actually, like, phenomenal. It's good. It's got some good units in it. But it's not where I would lean the weight of this division into. While Stardekk doing really well to use the strength of his infantry with the support of his heavy tanks to really clear things out. 97th, actually a pretty good, I hate to call it a counter to 17th, but a solid matchup against 17th. 17th really has no weaknesses, but what it can struggle with is super heavy armor. It can 100% struggle with that because it has tools, but not a plethora of tools to kill heavy armor. You know, 17th SS loves to bully medium armor because Stug 4s are better than basically every other medium tank in the game. So, like, especially allied armor like T-34-76s and Shermans, they absolutely dominate. But against, you know, obviously T-34-85s and stuff, they begin to struggle. They don't do nearly as well. So 97th is honestly just the right mix of units that do not fall prey to the super efficiency of 17th SS. Stardekk back on an 18-6 again, capturing this flag in the center. I don't even know how he's getting the 18-6 here. This flag still, I guess. SPW finally goes down to Gavardia DP. Finally, we see some Panzergrens. Again, if these had been Panzergrens, he would be winning this fight right now. Not a fan of this, like, only call Legionati in for half the game thing. They're phenomenal, I get it, but, like, they aren't actually phenomenal at town fights because a little bit too much space. Schwere finally stops the triple tick again, but now he's only got 1 minute left. Very impressive turnaround here by Stardekk. He's got the commander in as well. I honestly think commanders are kind of just, like, seal the deal sort of units. Like, if you're trading well enough to call in a commander, it's probably just to make sure that you don't, like, that your lead does not slip away. It makes it so much harder for your opponent to catch up them because all your units are now hyper efficient. Like, commanders are only for if you're ahead or very close to parity and just, like, in a grind. And basically in your fattest part of your income. Like, you're a balanced player who got to C. And you're not dead, so you have time to, like, call that in. The only other way to use it is call it an A and hope to God it doesn't, like, bite you in the butt for sinking 110 points into a unit that does no damage. And that's the game. Stardekk going up 1 against Schwere here in a very exciting game 1 on Haroshaje. 3,192, 1,600. I thought Schwere was doing really well in A phase and then just crumbled in B phase with some not super efficient choices in call-ins and stuff like that. This IS-1 absolutely just destroying him. It was this singular unit that won Stardekk the game. I would postulate pretty strongly. It's 122 doing a ton of damage as well. Wow. If you call these in, call them up close, and they can be very, very effective. T-3045 down south, yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't call a Stugen instead. Again, if he was out, fine, I understand, but outside of that, I don't fully understand his choices of call-ins there towards the end. But if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting down on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.